What's up, guys? It's Gorilla Vinny. Thanks for coming through to another virtual workout. We'll do it like we always do. We'll start with a warm-up, go through 9 rounds, 3 minutes apiece, 1 minute of rest in between, and then we'll end with a cool down and a stretch. As always, safety is number one priority, so please, throughout the workout, go at your own pace, take breaks when you need to, stay hydrated, drink water, and modify exercises when and where necessary. I might ask you to do something that, for one reason or another, whether it's an injury or inflexibility, whatever it may be, you may need to modify the movement. So please do so to the best of your ability. But as much as you can, stick to what I do. And the more you're able to over time, the better you get at these movements. So let's do our best. We came to work out. We came to learn. Let's make it happen. All right, let's get into the warm-up. We'll start with jumping jacks. Make sure as you do this, you have your hands meeting at the top and your feet go at least as wide as your shoulders. You want to stay nice and relaxed. And remember that we're just trying to get some blood flow, some circulation, soften up our muscle tissue so that it moves more easily and it stretches more easily throughout the workout. Get a consistent breathing pattern as well. And get ready. We're going to go into high knees next. Make sure those knees come at least as high as your waist if you can, or as close to that as possible. Stay light on the toes. Don't slam your feet into the ground. And breathe steadily throughout, as with everything. A few more seconds. And here we go. Now we're going to go into squats. Make sure those feet are a little bit wider than your shoulders. And then sit back like you're sitting in a chair. You want to try to let your butt sit back and not let your knees go too far forward. And really keep the weight in your heels and flat on your feet. Try to keep your back straight. Don't lean over too much. And don't lean left or right. You want your butt to sit right in between your knees. Next, we'll get on the floor. We're going to be in mountain climbers, push-up position, and then start running those knees to your chest. Do your best to keep your body weight forward, meaning your shoulders over your wrists, so that you're really forced to use your stomach in order to drive your knees to your chest, as opposed to using your legs to kind of drive forward. Stomach stays tight. Maintain your breathing pattern. Next, we'll go into push-ups. Make sure your hands are a little bit wider than your chest. You're going to go down and up. Breathing in as you go down, out as you come up. And each one of these warm-ups is about 20 seconds. So we're just going to keep rolling with it for about 20 seconds per warm-up exercise. Utilize those chest muscles. Now we're down on our elbows. We're going to rotate those hips left and right. Goal here is to keep those elbows flat on the ground and to really use your obliques and your stomach muscles to move your hips left to right, really stretching out those hip flexors and those hip muscles on the sides as well. Maintain your breathing. Last, we'll go on our back. We're going to go into bicycle crunches, trying to meet that elbow to your opposite knee, driving those knees towards your upper body. I like to do bicycle crunches because they give us an opportunity to work a little bit of cardio as well as working the stomach. And building speed in the stomach muscles is important for head movement and overall upper body stability. On our feet, finishing with some shadow boxing. Here we go. We're going to move around. And now that we've done this basic movement and this basic warm-up for our body, now we're trying to warm up our brain as well, and then increase and vary the range of motion. So we were doing these very straightforward movements that the body probably already knows, right in line with the basic physics and geometry of the body. But now we're going to move a little bit more dynamically. We're going to start throwing these movements that we're actually going to do throughout the class. So you go from general warm-up to a more specific warm-up. As you can see, I'm mixing it up. I'm throwing punches. I'm throwing kicks. I'm doing some defense. I'm doing some offense. I'm warming up with my left side, with my right side. The goal here, again, is to continue to warm up, to break a little bit of a sweat, but also to almost pre-rehearse some of these movements in the shadow boxing that we're going to do throughout the class. Try your best to make it look real and really put some effort. And there we go. Let's start. Okay, so for this workout, we're going to work on responding to kicks, right? Whether they kick us in the leg, whether they kick us in the body. This is best done, maybe if you have some experience with these
beforehand, maybe you've done some fighting or you've worked with me one-on-one or in a class, and I've talked about different ways to catch the kicks and respond. But I'll do my best to describe so that anybody, whether today's your first class, you can understand at least the basic mechanics of what we're doing and why, the context of why we're doing the different movements we are. Again, these are things that we don't typically do in shadow boxing at an early level, because they are best learned when you actually have someone's leg or you have a partner to work with and understand how this stuff works in a real situation. But again, if you have experience, you can shadow box it. And if you're brand new, I can at least introduce the movements to you so that if you do upgrade to working with a partner, either at a gym or with me, if we end up working out together, it's something that isn't totally new. Regardless, we'll still get the same movement. We'll still get the basic strikes and workout that we always get. Okay, so we'll keep it simple for the first strike. For the first combination, let's just throw a jab cross. We'll check, cross hook, and then a straight kick from the back leg. We've probably thrown very similar combinations like this in the past. But the idea here is that we're going to focus a little bit more on those kicks. So again, I throw that jab cross. As soon as I start throwing punches, anyone who likes to throw kicks is probably going to be a little annoyed with that. So they're going to probably try to take out my leg to keep me from grounding myself on my legs and throwing these punches. So as soon as I throw that cross, they might be or as soon as I throw a combination of punches, they might be motivated to try to kick me in the leg and make me second guess it. So as soon as I throw that jab cross, I'm going to pick my leg up and I'm going to check their kick. They're going to kick me rather than letting them land on my leg. I'm going to hopefully have them land on the hard part of my shin up here. So we'll do a low check, right? We'll assume they're throwing a kick to the leg. So we'll do a low check so that when they go to kick me here, if their leg comes this way, I'm going to pick up my leg just a little bit and they're going to hit the softer part of their shin, hopefully on the harder part of my shin. And that will be more painful for them than it is for me. Okay, so jab cross, check, cross hook, straight kick right off the back leg. All right, let's get this thing started. Round one. All right, round one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Okay, so again, I throw my jab cross, low check, cross hook, and then a straight kick. Okay, when we throw that low check, remember, we're not bringing it all the way up. I'm not coming to the either outside or inside of my elbow. There's differences on why people like to do it that way. We'll do that later. But right now, I'm just keeping it low and then responding. Cross hook again, stepping in with that straight kick from the back leg, hopefully causing them to back up a little bit. All right, do it from a few different directions. Throw my jab cross, low check, cross hook, and then straight kick. I might have to move a lot faster than I'm moving right now as I'm demonstrating. Just get the combination down, but in situ, right, in context and sparring, you might throw that jab cross, have to check right away. So as we're doing this, there's different stances to the Thais, Muay Thai fighters. What's up, Lou? You can't lay down there because we're going to be working out. Now Lou's just going to lay down in the middle of me working out as if I'm not filming a video, but it's okay. I'll work around him for a sec. So we'll hold a little bit of a shorter stance, right? Jab cross, so I have my weight in a position where I can check very easy. Jab cross, check, cross hook, right? If you're in a self-defense or an MMA situation where you have to worry about someone diving in and going for the takedown, you might be in a bit of a wider stance. So you might have to shift your weight a little bit or learn to kind of check here, keep your stomach tight, and then even in this wider stance, check without losing your balance, right? So I throw that jab cross, I check, cross hook, I step in, straight kick. Again, the difference between that, I was a bit of a deeper stance, whereas Muay Thai, I'm going to be a little bit more square, right? And here, I throw that jab, cross, I check, pop, pop, right? You see a little bit of a difference in the distance of my feet and my body, but my basic body, my body stance, all right? So I'll do it facing this way so you can see what it looks like from this angle. Jab, cross, check, cross hook, straight kick right down the middle. All right, we're moving around. I'll do it one more time down the middle of the camera. Right, jab, cross, check, cross hook. Notice I'm always keeping my hands up high, protecting my face, because it's always going to be necessary, but it's just good practice to have. Even when you're shadowboxing, sometimes if you don't have somebody kind of smacking back at you, right, tapping you in the face, tapping your body, we get lazy and we forget the need to keep our hands up, right? It's our environment. If our environment isn't challenging us, environment in this case being specific to, someone hitting us back, a pad trainer, a sparring partner, someone out on the street, our environment isn't threatening our body, it's easy from this to easily start becoming this, right? So make sure you keep those hands up while we're doing this. You got 23 seconds left. Lou, you're very tired. You're very cute, but I'm teaching right now. I'm teaching. I'm teaching. Oh, you tired? Is that what you're gonna do? All right, I'm gonna move you. Very soft, very, very soft. You can hang out right here. Good boy. All right, last 8 seconds, gang. Here we go. When you work out at home, you gotta deal with all the variables. And time. Very good. All right, so we just went over that low check. Now, what happens if they try to kick us in the body, right? A lot of different ways. We're going to go into some of the catches after, but let's say we want to check with our leg, right? So I could also pick up my knee. They go to kick me in the ribs. Boom, I can pick up my knee and check really high here. So we'll do the same thing, but we'll do off of a jab, double jab this time, right? So now I'm going to throw a double jab, bang, bang. Actually, let's throw a double jab. Yeah, let's throw that double jab because now maybe I throw that double jab. They see my ribs are open. So maybe what they're trying to do is as I throw that jab, they move off to the side a little bit and they try to throw that roundhouse kick here. So I'm going to pick my knee up. I learned the old school way. What I was taught was the old school way, which is knee to the outside of the elbow. A little bit more modern, a little bit more common now is knee to the inside of the elbow. I'm going to continue to teach with the knee on the outside of the elbow. I consider that to be a stronger base. So we're going to go jab, jab, outside check high, right? Up towards the ribs, jab, jab, check, and then respond with our own roundhouse, all right? And that's a combination right there. So jab, jab, I check outside, bang, I throw my own roundhouse kick to the ribs, okay? Let's move it around, I'll do it in this direction. Jab, jab, check, roundhouse. Now, again, people like to argue whether you should flex your foot or you should point your toe down. I like to flex my foot with these. I think it gives you a little bit more of a base, a little bit stronger on the outside of the leg. So they go to kick you in the ribs. I flex my foot. I bring it up. Usually when I'm training, I'll kind of keep it loose. But when I'm fighting, boom, I flex my foot and I get that knee up above my waist. This is not going to block my ribs. My knee comes here. I got to bring it up high, right? So jab, jab, check, and then roundhouse from that back leg. What people will say is that when you check on the inside of the elbow, right, it's a stronger base for the arm, right? The way I look at it is that I can kind of push out and that my leg is going to be stronger. I can push out here, and that's a stronger base since I'm blocking with the leg. Someone goes to kick me in the face, that's a different block. I'm here, right? I could block in a different way, and it's going to be a little bit more of a hand block. It's just a different technique when they go that high. I don't need to worry about my leg basing my arm because at that point I'm blocking differently. But I'm not a professional fighter. There are a lot of people that fight professionally, that are world champs that say to do it this way. So you can take their word for it. You can train that way if you like. That's totally fine. Conceptually, again, in practice is always a different thing. Conceptually, I like the way I was originally taught long ago, and I'm going to stick with that until I practice a little bit more and maybe I learn something different. But however you like to check, you can check. Either way, we're going to throw that jab, jab. We're going to check and then throw that roundhouse from that back leg. Let me do it better this way. Jab, jab, check, roundhouse. Okay, one time from the back. Jab, jab, check high, roundhouse. Okay, one time this way. Jab, jab, check, roundhouse. Okay, notice I'm squeezing my stomach, driving my hip. I'm swinging my arm when I throw that roundhouse. Okay, and when I throw the roundhouse kicks throughout this class, again, you're going to see me with my heels on the ground. That's just a matter of me training in a small space on a slippery carpet. All right, but at home or if you're training in a stabler space or you're training on a bag, as you know, 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to pick that heel up off the ground when you throw the roundhouse. All right, you can hear me say that every class because I don't know where people are jumping in. I want to make sure that's important thing that you maintain. All right, you got 25 seconds to go. All right, double jab, high check with that front leg, and then roundhouse up high with that back leg. You're aiming for the ribs, if not the face. Okay, jab, jab, check, step down, roundhouse. All right, try not to lean over when we throw the roundhouse. You got to keep your body in one position, keep your spine, and then come right back. See your hands up. You got 5 seconds to go. All right, keep moving. And time. Good. We're going to continue defending with this front leg. Just we do a few in a row, and you see all the different things that we can do with this front leg. Again, obviously, we'll block some stuff with the back leg as well. So another great way, and honestly, I think it's probably one of the best ways to block or best ways to defend leg kicks is the swoop. I learned it as the swoop, right? So I swoop my leg out, I come right back. So they go to throw that round kick, I just swoop, boom, I respond from there. So let's try it like this. So I throw my double jab. Let's throw a jab cross hook. Let's swoop. All right, all you're going to do, you're going to pull your hip and your foot back. I'm not going to jump back. Okay, I kind of maintain my stance. I just swoop. It's a very subtle movement. It's kind of like doing a pull, right? I swoop, and then I'm going to step back, 2 body shots, all right, and then a round kick. Let's go down to the leg with this one, all right? So jab, cross, hook, I swoop, I come back, body, down onto the leg kick. You want to kind of arch it down a little bit, all right? Starting in 2, 1, let's get it going. So jab, cross, hook, swoop, keep my chin and my hands in place, right? I don't want to move back or come back like this. Everything stays here. Just my hips move. Right now, I'm going to come back and I'm almost going to plant myself as I throw that body shot, down onto the leg and back, okay? See what you guys got. I'll do it one time this way, one time that way, one time behind me. So jab, cross, hook, swoop, body shot, round kick. Move to the side. Jab, cross, hook. Let me do that better. Jab, cross, hook, swoop, body, round kick. One more time, facing the back right here. Jab, cross, hook, swoop, body, round kick. Notice as I throw those body shots, other hands always come back to the face. Boom, boom. And I don't have to reach. I don't have to turn my body and lean. You'll see that sometimes, depending if I'm close, right? If I get in, I slip a little bit, bang, I got to reach with that. Maybe I have to slip a jab. Maybe I got to reach with that body shot. But you can also throw right down the middle. Bam, bam. Here. Turn the shoulders, but you don't have to lean back, right? So I throw that jab, cross, hook. They swooped. Now they're bringing that leg back. Maybe their hands are up. Maybe they're trying to post out after they throw the kick. So if they're posting out, that means that front rib on this side should be open, right? So jab, cross, hook. I swoop. Bang, bang. Right? And now as they're moving back, maybe I kind of step in, come down on that front leg. All right? The leg should be right there. I'm going to try to chop, bang, down onto it. Okay? Jab, cross, hook, swoop. Rear body shot, lead body shot, chop down on the leg. Okay? And again, it's a basic combination, but what we're doing is we're adding a little bit more focus on the defense of their kick. Okay? All right? You got about 1:10 to go. All right? We're in round 3. Keep moving around and see if you can add a little bit of heat to it, right? Sometimes we do these combinations. It takes a few times through to get comfortable with them, to get, settled into the movement itself. You can go slow, control yourself. You should always have control and composure throughout these. But see if you can start picking up the pace once you have it down, okay? We're getting down to about 45 seconds. All right, let's see what's left. Remember to stay hydrated throughout class, as always. All right, coming down at 35, 34, 33. At the 30-second mark, if you haven't picked it up yet, let's try to pick it up. There it is, all right? Again, this is the third defense of a kick from that front, from that rear kick, let's say, okay? 20 seconds. And again, even if you don't fully understand how this makes sense, how this works, just try to at least adopt some of the movement, and hopefully you get an opportunity to work with a trainer, work with me, work with a partner, and they can put this into context a little bit better for you. Okay, last 3 seconds. 2, 1, time. Very good. Breathe. Grab some water, right? Take a second to breathe. Pause the video if you need to go back and understand, what we did, or if you want to repeat it. Right, you want to make the workout a little bit longer, you could always do that round again, okay? Next thing we'll do, round 4, is if someone goes to throw a round kick to the body, and instead of, let's say, blocking it, you're going to kind of move with it, and you're going to catch the leg. It can be very effective. You got to be careful with it, because you don't want to catch and then pause, because if your one hand is here, even if the other hand is up, they can throw punches at you if they get close enough. There are people that learn how to kind of move even once their leg has been caught. But let's assume that, and again, there's a lot of details I can talk about. Let's just get into a basic idea of catching the leg and responding from there, and we can talk about details another time or in person, okay? So let's move around. They're going to throw that kick, and we're going to step away from it and catch it. We're going to kind of loop the leg, squeeze it tight, and step away from the power of the kick. And then all we're going to do after that is cross hook round kick, okay? And there we go. So from here, I'm moving around. I'm going to catch the leg. I'm going to step to the side. I'm going to throw a cross hook. As I throw that hook, I'm basically letting go of the leg and throwing a round kick. If I do it quickly enough, which is really the goal of this, hopefully I could either trip them or I could hit them in the back of the leg. Give while their body is still recovering from getting their leg down, pop, 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 right? 2 quick punches, and they might maybe off balance because I'm kind of rushing into them. And I throw that leg kick either to the side of the leg, the back of the leg, maybe behind both, and I can trip them as well, okay? Main thing is start with that leg catch, okay? That round kick. So they throw that round kick. I catch it, right? I swoop my arm around it, I catch it tight to my body, and I step away. If they're throwing the kick this way, I don't want to step into it, make it harder. I want to step away from it and kind of take some of that heat off the kick, right? So if I'm here, I'm moving around, I step. Notice I step laterally, all right? The kick is coming this way, I step in the same direction the kick is coming to move away from the power, all right? So I'm here, I'm moving around, I step, cross, hook, round kick. The combination after that is very simple, very straightforward, all right? But we're not always thinking about catching the kick, so let's get comfortable catching the kick. I move it around, right? Boom. I step, cross, hook, round kick. Boom. All right. Moving this way, right? They throw that round kick. I step away. I capture it. And don't just kind of hold it. Don't just kind of put your arm around it. Really squeeze. Get in the habit of squeezing the leg, really controlling so they can't just wiggle that leg out and then attack you again. You got to hold them in place and then let go right away. Cross is going to be probably not a tight hook like that. It's going to be a long hook. Bop, bop, bang, kick. Okay? Move it around. Boom, hands up, out, bop, bop, kick. All right? Surfing my rug as always, kind of sliding around. All right? Bang, bang. So I catch, bop, bop, kick, bring it back. I move. I'm here, right? I step back, cross, hook, round kick. All right. Keep moving around. Try to keep those elbows in. I felt myself flaring my elbows out a little bit. I had to remind myself to bring them in. All right, but keep moving, keep moving. You got about 47 seconds left, okay? Just get comfortable with that movement. Get comfortable with the movement, all right? Last 40 seconds. Very important, very key move is to step sideways. You don't want to just stand there and absorb the kick totally, all right? It might make sense if you're going into sparring and you do light sparring with somebody and they have shin pads on. Sure, you maybe think like, oh, it's not so bad. But you don't want to absorb that kick with someone who's got conditioned shins and they throw that kick hard, even if it's on the foot, right? It can do a lot of damage to those ribs. So step away and learn to time it. All right, but you got to build that reaction to step away from the kick as you go. All right, counting down the last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, round 4. Take a deep breath, grab some water. All right, some of the stuff might be new to you, so because it's new, there's a little bit of uncertainty in your movement, and when there's uncertainty in your movement, it becomes a little bit more exhausting, right? It becomes a little bit more fatiguing to your body. So again, pause and take the rest where you need to. All right, let's do one more to this side. All right, they throw that back kick. We're gonna block up high. All right, so from here, let's throw a cross, and then we're gonna bring our hands. So they throw a big high head kick. You want to take your inside hand, you want to protect your face, and then the other hand essentially is going to go almost on the shin, all right? So one hand you're going to block with your hand and your forearm, the other hand you're going to block with the shin, and basically the kick comes up here. So imagine their foot hitting here, maybe their shin hitting here. So we're going to throw the cross, then we're going to respond with that round kick, we're going to block, and then what I want you to do is I want you to kind of shove them back, and then a straight kick right up the middle, maybe to their face, okay? Very simple, straightforward movement. Just get comfortable with it, right? So cross, block, shove, straight kick, okay? So from here, cross, block, right? From here, shove them back, right? It almost becomes like a long guard, right? Here, and then just throw that straight kick right up the middle. Now, you can also, if they throw that round kick, you can also sweep out with that back leg, but you're gonna have to have good timing, good positioning to do that. Sometimes all we need to do is to shove them back a little bit and then just get them away from us, allow ourselves to reset. We don't even know how hard we get hit, so we'll take that sweep for another class or another time, okay? So from here, you're going to move, you throw that cross. They try to take advantage by throwing that round kick from here because we're focused on this, right? We're going to block, long guard, or shove them out, post them out here, and then just boom, turn that. We're kind of blocking their face, right? We're blocking their vision as that back leg comes up right behind it, all right? Let's move. And again, I'm throwing this as a snap kick so I can come up to the chin, but you can also here and then bang, throw it as a teep right to their stomach, right? I'm pushing them back with my hand, and then I can also wuss, and I away throw that hip into that kick and keep moving them back, all right? They might try to sweep it, whatever it is. Give them something to keep pushing them back, keep that pressure back. After they try to hit you in the face, you're gonna make them pay a little bit. All right. So we're here, chin down, hands up. All right. I throw that cross, I block, I guard, bang. Right. I cross, I block, I push, bang, teep. hands up. You got less than 90 seconds to go. Keep moving around and just get comfortable. Again, bring those hands up. The most important thing I'd like you to think about is blocking the kick, like we've been talking about basically the whole time. Boom, right here. Bang. You hear? Bah. Right here. Bah. Okay? Let's keep that moving. Just over a minute to go. I'll demonstrate a few more times. Bang. Whoosh. Whoosh. That could also be a cross. I threw it kind of as a cross just now, right? I could throw the cross, block. I can cross right into it right here. So got to be careful about this side. Make sure they don't have the lead arm trying to go. And then boom, protect that rib again as I throw that straight kick from that back leg. Okay? 37 seconds to go. When you hit that 30-second click, 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 click at 30 seconds, see if you can pick it up. Here it comes. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. All right? So I'm moving around. Pick up the pace a little bit. Get a little bit more intense with your movement. All right? Last 20 seconds. 18, 17, 16, 15 seconds to go. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. There it is. All right, deep breaths, okay? Just going to keep it moving, right? I'm not even going to do technical rounds. We got rounds 6, 7, and 8, three more defenses that we can do. And then from there, as always, ninth round, you'll do a freestyle, but what I'm hoping that is you do in that freestyle, we'll really go over these techniques a bunch. And again, review these rounds, stop and go back and review some of the techniques if you need to. Otherwise, just keep powering forward. When we get into that last round, I want you to hustle, okay? So now from here, same thing. We can also catch to this side. We're going to do some of the exact same things, but we're going to do to the other side. So maybe someone throws a switch kick, right? So imagine I'm here, boom, and then the person throws a switch kick to the body, right? I can also step away this way. Boom. All right, we have to develop the skills in both directions. So now we're going to catch, right? From here, I'm going to let go of the leg, cross, uppercut, and then round kick. That's going to throw a cross, uppercut, and then switch knee on that side. Okay, so I'm stepping away from the kick. The kick's coming this way. I step away. I kind of let it down, almost like an overhand, right? I let it go, bang, bang, and then we could step in. Maybe my hand goes on their shoulder, right? Bang, throw that knee right to their solar plexus, okay? So from here, the throwing, right, boom, I catch, I let it go, cross, uppercut, I step in, I keep pressuring them back. I'm probably at the top of my head getting cut off, but that's what it should be. I'm taking 3, 4, 5 steps forward, right? Covering maybe 3, 4 feet as I get close to my opponent because I want to really pressure him back. They threw that kick. Bang, I stepped away, right? I absorbed the less of the energy because I'm stepping the same direction as the kick. Boom. Now from here, I'm tight. I'm holding it tight. And now explosively, I let go. Bang. Big hook, big overhand. You can throw a hook too, right? Overhand. My hands up. I pop up for that lead uppercut. Hopefully, pop their head up and create a little bit of space now. But uppercut, boom! I get on top of them, and I drive that knee right up into their body. Hopefully, I've bent them over a little bit, right towards me. If not, I got to drive that hip forward. So from this direction, I step away. I catch. Bang, bang. Notice as I throw that uppercut, I'm not here protecting my elbow. I'm protecting my ribs, right? Bang, boom. I throw that uppercut, and I just slide it right behind their shoulder, right behind their neck. Hopefully I hit him in the body, I hit him in the chin, and now their chin is going to be here. I'm going to slide it to the other side of their neck. I'm going to palm out, right? Throw their chin off to the side using my forearm a little bit. Open them up, open up that stomach, which is right here, and then step in, bang. Maybe from here I could even trip them if that other leg is not what's it called? This maybe still in the air. There's a lot of things that could happen. You never know, right? More likely, they're going to step back, and I'm going to pull them in, drive that knee right into their stomach, okay? Got about a minute to go. I'll demonstrate one more time. Let's say this way so you guys can see if you want to follow along, right? So I, on this side, right? I step, I catch, right? I come in, throw that overhand, that uppercut, and I drive that knee. Do it a little bit from this angle. One more time. Catch, let it go. Overhand, uppercut, step in, slide, throw that knee right into their stomach, okay? And again, I'm always going to say the same thing. When I'm in a small space like this, sure, I can't go 100%. I can. I just got to be careful about going 100%. But doesn't mean I still can't squeeze and work on, boom, almost like Tai Chi, right? work very slow and control every angle of the movement. Very important, because the core stability is essential in martial arts of all types. So the more that I have control over here, the more I can kind of swing my limbs powerfully, aggressively, but still have control over them. And I can work on that by going slow. There it is. There's round 6. All right, we got 7, 8, and then the freestyle round in 9. Okay. Round 7. Let's do the check from the back leg. Okay. So again, very common. They might throw a switch round kick. So we just caught the round kick, but I can also check it. I can also block. They go to throw that kick right here. Boom. I can bring my knee. I'll do it let's say the more modern way, right? Knee to the inside of the elbow. So I can be here. Check here. Now they're throwing their round kick. Boom. Hopefully they're trying to, because it's that switch, they might be trying to hit me this part of their shin, but now they're going to hit bang. Right on the blade, right on this tough part of my shin right here. It's going to hurt them. It's not going to feel great for me, but with some conditioning, it won't bother you. It's definitely going to hurt them more. So now I'm here. I'm going to check. Let's throw a jab again. Let's throw a jab. Jab cross, because now I throw that cross, they see that rib open, they want to open it up. Then I'm gonna check, and then I want to step down, cross, uppercut at the end. Okay, so jab, cross, check, step down, cross, uppercut. This starts to enter a little bit more MMA, almost like I'm throwing a Superman punch. But the idea is that you block their kick and you step down and cross, come towards them, right? So I throw the jab cross, almost baiting them to throw that kick to my ribs. All right, pop, pop. I check. After that, I throw that jab cross. They think they've timed me. They go to throw that round kick to my ribs. Boom. They kick me in the shin, right? They hurt themselves. Maybe they step back. I can almost post out as I step down and then cross, lead uppercut. All right, so it's almost like a switch cross, switch jab, depending how you look at it, right? So here, jab, cross, check. Boom, cross, uppercut. You're not throwing the punch as you step down. You have to get your grounding first. You have to get your base under you first, right? So jab, cross, check, step, cross, uppercut. Notice I'm almost kind of falling, not falling into it because I don't have control, but falling forward in control, keeping my momentum going in that direction, all right? So from here, move around. I throw that jab cross. Maybe I set up my round, right? We got a minute 48 to go. I'm moving around. I throw that jab cross a couple times as if I'm setting them up, right? Now I throw that jab cross. I check, boom, cross, uppercut. And I might do, you see me kind of about to do it. I'm holding it back because I didn't say specifically, but you can post out as you go forward, right? So if I'm here in this position, I'm going to stay far so you guys can see it as I progress, right? I'll do it kind of in an angle. So I throw that jab cross. I check. I have to be careful about cross. I know I don't say almost never cross your legs, so you got to be careful the way you step down. But boom, I could step down out, but I want to keep my body going forward. So after I check, I can step forward, push on their chest, push on their face, maybe their hands up, push their hands back, and then bang, bang, right? Cross and uppercut as I move in that direction, okay? This is a little bit more of a pressure combination, right? And it's something, I tell you, I make these things up on the fly. It's something that I would feel myself doing if I was in a position, right? I've been in similar positions where I'm just trying to pressure the person back, right? I really want to throw that jab cross, I check, bang, bah, bah. So it's almost like throwing a jab cross uppercut, but I can also just post out, right? Or guard up as I come back in and then throw that cross and that lead uppercut, okay? Might be a little bit more advanced when it comes to the placement of your feet, but give it a shot. That's what we're here to learn, try new things. 30 seconds to go. All right, we're in round 7. We got one more after this, one more technique, and then we'll go into our freestyle round. All right, almost there. $15 seconds. And time. Breathe. Good. One more minute. Last minute of. I guess we got two more rest rounds before we go into our final rounds. But we're going to our last technique round. We didn't do any of the sweeping, right? Of the teep, right? So someone throws a teep. I think this works better for the teep than the snap kick, right? So a front snap kick is going to come up. It's going to hinge right at the knee. This movement doesn't really make sense for it as much. If they go to the stomach, maybe it works, but a lot of times it can come up. I think it's dangerous. It's more when they are boom, throwing that straight kick, kind of like a javelin to our stomach, all right? So we're going to use that back arm, right? Let's say they throw that rear leg. They're going to throw that big, powerful teep from that back leg. So from here, I'm going to sweep, and I'm going to step off to the side, right? So I'm going to sweep the teep, right? They throw the kick straight here. I'm going to use my elbow. I'm going to make a circular motion. I'm going to throw the leg off to the side. So I'll let the bell ring. Boom, good. So I'm going to step away from it, sweep. Now, after I do that, I'm going to throw a jab and a rear, what's it called? A rear hook. And then let's throw a round kick from that back leg. There's a bunch of different places that it can land, maybe on the foot, depending where they are. But let's just say that that foot is kind of still in the air. And either I can land on the supporting leg or I can land on the leg that's closest to me. All right. So for now, don't worry about the specificity of it. We're just going to throw that round kick from that back leg. Okay. So they're going to throw that teep. I'm going to step away. I'm going to come in, jab, hook, round kick. Okay. Again, this is one of those things that without having a partner, it's a little tough. Without a little bit more experience to visualize where this lands, or to really understand how this can be effective, whether as a sweep, to sweep the bottom leg, or to kick the leg that's closest to you, because it depends on how the person lands. All different variables, all different factors that are going to change. You know, how well you throw the technique, how well the person responds to it, this, that, and the other thing. Okay. Bottom line, we're gonna sweep, jab, hook, round kick. Okay. Again, I'm gonna move it around. I sweep the leg, right? And again, I can do this kind of in place. I can kind of put my hip, but if I can, I want to step away from it. They throw that teep to my stomach. I sweep. My hand is close here, so I'm gonna throw that jab. Boom, bang, bang. Right after I sweep, I hopefully tag them up with that jab, and their body should be facing this way. So I'm not really in danger of getting hit. Now I'm gonna kind of swoop. I'm gonna swing that rear hand, almost like an overhand or a hook here, and then I'm gonna take my foot out and then kick my couch like I just did, or kick their leg. Okay, so from here I step, jab, hook, sweep. Could also kick from the other side, but today we're gonna kick with that back leg. All right. So from here I sweep, jab, hook, boom. I kick that bottom leg. All right. I kick that leg. All right. Jab. I sweep their leg. Sweep their teep. Right. Sweep the teep. I sweep the teep. Jab. Hook. Kick. Notice I'm always keeping my arm in this kind of high position because I want to be able to, either push their upper body when I want to maybe sweep them, or I want to block their vision, or I want to block their punches if they come towards me. I throw that kick, bang, I try to keep my arm here so it acts as some kind of obstacle in the way of any punches coming at my face. All right, I already got a big Italian nose. Doesn't need to get any bigger by someone cracking me in the face because I'm not protecting it properly, right? And if you want to protect your goods the same way, keep those hands up even when sweeping those, even when throwing those kicks. All right, one last time from here. I'm going to sweep the teep. I'm going to throw that jab, hook, bang, round kick at the end. You got 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Good. So that was our last technique round. Grab your water, grab a rest. We're going to go into round 9. It's a final round. And what I'd like you to do is I would like you to try to use as many of those techniques as you can, all right, as you can remember. Very quickly, we got 45 seconds before we start. Remember, we did the low check. We did the high check, right? We did the high check from the back leg here, right? We did the high block, okay? We caught the leg on one side. We caught the leg on the other side. We swept the teep, right? We sweep the teep. I believe that was all the ones that we did. All right, we'll just count that as that. If there was one I forgot, but you remember, go for it. But try to incorporate that as much as you can, all right, into this last round. We're starting in 15 seconds. You got 3 minutes to do your thing, right? Do your typical shadow boxing, all right? Try to add a little bit of effort, but as much as you can, add these different techniques. Make them part of your vocabulary when you fight, okay? We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Boom. There it is. 3 minutes. Let's move it around. Could be very simple, right? I throw that double jab, boom, high block, right? Jab, cross, hook, catch, right? Uppercut, hook, check, cross, hook, boom, high block, respond, right? Jab, cross, high block on the other side, right? Same thing, right? We didn't do it on this side, but it's same concept. This side, inside hand, right? When I'm blocking on my left hand goes inside. When I'm blocking on my right hand goes inside. Boom, right here. Pop, pop, bang, boom, boom. kick, right? Bang, bang, check, boom, 1, 2, check. I can respond with the round kick, right? Boom. All right, mix it up. You got about 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go. And again, it's a final round. I want you to push yourself. I want you to try to get your heart rate up, challenge yourself. That's what we do these, to learn, get a workout in, but let's really try to work. That said, incorporate what we learned today. The only way you're going to get better at it, and even remember it, let's say to start with that, or even remember the movements, and remember to use them, is to force yourself to use them. Be thoughtful about it. Every workout you do, every round you do should be with purpose. The purpose might be just to break a sweat, fine. The purpose might be to work on your strikes, fine. The purpose might be to block kicks like we're doing today, fine. But go in there with a purpose and you'll get a lot more out of that time, right? That 3 minutes, that 9 rounds, whatever you're doing. So right now, less than 90 seconds to go. I want you to keep moving. I want you to keep thinking about blocking the kick. See it in front of you, right? You're moving around. You see that teep, you sweep. Boom. You see that teep, sweep, respond. Okay? Boom. I'm moving. I catch the round kick. Boom. Maybe I just let it go. I catch the round kick. I let it go. Right? I check. Boom. I check. I cross, uppercut. Right? I check. Jab, cross. Boom. Right? I swoop. That was the other one. I swoop. Right? I throw that cross. I swoop. Cross, uppercut. I check. Cross hook. I check. Roundhouse. Right? Gotta be careful. I don't got a lot of room, but there's different ways to use them. And then when you get good at them, when you get comfortable with the movements, you don't have to think about it. You just start moving and you know what happens in a fight. You understand, you're used to like what the typical exchanges are, 30 seconds. And you'll start doing like I did. I didn't plan that combination out, those 7, 8 movements I did. I just threw and my body kind of understood, and the back of my brain remembers, okay, this is what happens when you fight, and you start just kind of doing things, right? With enough practice, you'll be able to do the same. Last 10 seconds. Let's finish this workout strong. All right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. There's a double bell. Great work. Again, you can always rewind and review these rounds and these techniques as necessary. These are things that are a little bit better adopted when you do them with a partner, with a trainer, so they can kind of throw the kicks, at you and help you understand how the technique works. But always feel free to get in touch or to find me in class, or try to work with someone and see if you can figure these things out. Stick around for the cool down and the stretch. I'll see you next time.
All right, so now with the cool down, remember we just want to move around a little bit and keep our muscles from cramping up. So keep the intensity low, but still keep your technique and your form as high level as possible. If we did something specific throughout the workout that is new to you or that you'd like to really remember, now's the time to commit it to memory. So as you're shadow boxing, as you're cooling down, try to maybe repeat some of the things we did throughout the workout, or something that maybe you struggled with. See if you can iron out some of those wrinkles now, still maintaining, again, a low intensity, because this is the end of the workout. We're not trying to get a heart rate up. We're trying to steadily bring it down, but with some active movement. This is called active rest or an active cool down. Again, keep it varied. Make sure you stretch and cool down your entire body, your left side, your right side, your hands, your feet. Keep the intensity low, the energy low. Let's just bring it slowly to a close before we stretch. And time. Now we're stretching. We're going to breathe in and exhale as we reach down for our toes. Make sure those feet are a little bit wider than your shoulders. And then just relax. You can reach over to one side, reach over to the other, back and forth, just to get a little extra stretch. And then we'll put a small, short bend in our knees. Feel that stretch in your lower back. Let your head get really heavy. And then slowly we can bring our butt down to our heels as close as we can get and push those knees out with your elbows. So you get a stretch on the insides of the legs. Now we'll stretch one leg on one side, getting more of a stretch on the inside of the leg. We do the same thing to the other side. We'll slowly make our way back and slide those hands up to your hips, and then we're in hip rotations, maintaining that shoulder width stance. and go back the other way. It's a really great way to loosen up those hips in a very low energy, low intensity way. Let's lean to one side, pull on the ankle to stretch the quad, maintaining our balance. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Again, keeping the knees close together. From here, we'll place our feet shoulder width again, and then we'll stretch out, loosen up that mid back, opening it up. Hands behind the back, expand the chest, chin up, shoulder blades together. Now let's reverse that movement, wrists on the lower back, chest in, chin down, elbows forward, loosening up the rotator cuffs. From here, we'll bring one hand across the other side, circles in the wrist, stretching the back of the arm. Repeat that on the other side, stretching the back of the arm, circles in the wrist. Bring the hand over the top of the head and slowly lean to one side, stretching the lats and the tricep a little bit, as well as the back. Switch it, same thing to the other side. Getting some mobility in that mid upper back. And then from here, we're going to relax our shoulders and pull the head gently to one side, gently to the other. And then the same thing with our chin. Gently to one side, gently back the other way, and then chin to our chest. As always, we'll end on the ground in our deep bow. Find something that you liked in class, something that you're grateful for today. And let's do a deep bow mini meditation. Another few breaths right here. One last deep breath. And exhale on your way up. Great work. See you next time.